Welcome back to the Valhalla Hills. In our last video we introduced you to your settlements and your Vikings. This video is about the dangers they will face. Your Viking stats. Your Vikings will try to eat and go to sleep whenever they feel the need for it. Every Viking has stats for saturation and energy. These meters drop continuously and determine when the units seek food or a place to sleep. A Viking without a tent or hut will settle for just a place under a tree. Preferably at night, because Valhalla Hills has a day-night rhythm, but at low energy a Viking will even lay down during the day. Sleeping in a hut is safer and more efficient though. The third status bar reflects the honor that a Viking has gathered. Every Viking receives honor by completing tasks like the construction of a building. Everyone who helped here gets points. The most honor is of course gained by defeating enemies in battle. Furthermore, the total won honor of each island is listed at the starting monolith. With every new island it is reset. Not so with the personal honor of every single unit. It stays untouched even when changing to a new island, since the Vikings are practically immortal after Valhalla closed its gates. Even if Carla here should fall in battle, she'll be back on the next island and may take another job for recovery. Fights and portals. Wildlife and randomly distributed supernatural enemies render an island an unsafe place. If you decide to construct facilities close to enemies, your workers will be attacked. Take countermeasures by building military camps. In these camps you can decide with a click how many units of which type you'd like to recruit. Subsequently, Vikings will trail to your camp. They will craft the weapons you ordered or get them from a craftsman as long as they can find the necessary materials or facilities in reach of the camp. You will want to keep in mind that war camps are movable, so you will be able to strategically move them to the vicinity of the necessary raw materials. Beer is the ultimate means to strengthen your soldiers for battle, so it pays off to temporarily put your war camp next to a brewery. When going into battle, you simply move the camp closer to your enemies. The soldiers will automatically attack when they see an enemy. Even ordinary workers will go to war if it becomes necessary, but they also tend to run away and are not nearly as powerful as armed troops. You do not control your troops' movement directly, but you are able to intervene by drawing paths or by triggering a retreat by moving your camp once again. Each island possesses a main portal that will spawn randomly generated enemies. The mission goal is to capture this portal. In later missions there will also be secondary portals that don't have to be captured, but you will gain honor in doing so. As soon as you activate the portal, enemies will emerge to attack your Vikings when they move within reach. Of course you can directly attack with your soldiers. Alternatively, you can also build a shrine to sacrifice randomly determined resources such as fish, bread or beer to appease some of the supernatural enemies, which will then refrain from leaving the portal altogether. Once all the enemies from the portal are either defeated or placated, you have beaten the current island and are one step closer to Valhalla. You may also choose to stay on that island a little longer, as new options and possibilities are unlocked using different mechanics. Some determined by how many islands you have conquered, others are unlocked through certain encounters with wildlife creatures, and some depend on the time you have played. Thus you are able to determine which inventions and possibilities will be ready to use for your Vikings when they drop down from the skies on the next island. Of course, the achievements and unlocks are always transferred to the new island.